So you're considering becoming a truck driver. That's good. That really is. The industry needs more drivers. They need more common sense drivers than anything, but we're hurting as an industry. We're hurting for drivers. And some of the things you're going to expect when you first get in a truck, don't expect to make bukus of money your first year, because there's a curve to how you become efficient and so on and so forth. It's going to take a good year before you're going to start making decent money. With that being said, the other things that you have to worry about is being lonely. It's just you and your thoughts in the truck all day, so your mind wanders, and that brings me to a key point. Depression is a big thing out here. You'll see a lot of drivers that are becoming depressed, and that's not a good thing. So you have to find ways to keep your head from drifting to where it doesn't need to go. You got to stay positive about things. You got listening to audiobooks and keeping your mind interested while you're rolling, instead of getting in these deep thoughts. Then you're not at home with the wife and kids. What's going on with the old lady? So on and so forth. It's just, it's rough being alone. I miss my kids every day that I'm not home. Like today, first day of school for them. I wasn't there for them. Made sure I made my phone calls and talked to them and all that stuff. But the big key is that it sucks. Yeah, we get to see things out here that most people never get to experience in their life. They'll never get to see the country like we do. But with that, we have some great rewards. We have decent job. We have good paycheck coming in. We get to see the country. We get to meet people all over this great country. And yes, it's a great country. But at the same time, we sacrifice our family, our time. We give that to keep this country moving. Because without us, nobody gets any of their groceries. Nobody gets any of their commodities that they want, their new clothes. We stop working, you stop receiving stuff. It's simple as that. You don't get your Amazon packages, FedEx packages. You don't get any of that stuff. So it's a necessary job. And the industry is hurting. Now, I know some companies out there, they're starting to step up their pay. They're realizing that they're behind on it. It wasn't as profitable for us drivers as it could be. And times are starting to change, but at the same time, we're constantly getting hit with all these regulations, and we're constantly having to find ways to work around it. That's one of the biggest issues when it comes to becoming a new driver. Is you got to find that curve. You got to wing your way around it. And you're going to be with a driver trainer for whatever company you work with and all that stuff. Make sure you listen, pay attention. They're not going to teach you everything, because a lot of things you can't learn until you experience it and you see it firsthand, and it varies from day to day, from challenge to challenge. So expect a learning curve. Next thing is stay out of the truck stops when buying groceries. They jack them prices up because they know we're limited on where we can get into. If you can, shop before you go out on the road. Before you get your groceries, get your truck stocked full, cook while you're in the truck, get you a little crock pot, skillet, whatever you need. Don't use a gas grill inside the truck. Don't be stupid. There's a lot of guys that burn their trucks up because of that. Or every place you go to is going to be different. Even if you've been there before, things are going to change. I mean, the parking lots are constantly shifting, where they move stuff, where they put stuff. So you got to treat everything as first time going in there. Be cautious. But pay attention, learn from the other drivers. You see do certain things, ask questions. When you're at a truck stop and you're out walking around to stretch your legs and catch some fresh air, ask questions. Get interested in some of the conversations. You'll learn a lot. You'll understand about freight lanes and where freight's moving and where top pay freight's coming from. You'll learn a lot of that stuff. And as a company driver, necessarily, you don't really need to know where the freight's going, because you got a dispatcher that's just plugging you down the road. Just, here you go, here you go, here you go. But if you can ever consider buying a truck and getting into that, you need to know those things. You need to know where top freight's coming from. You need to know Florida's kind of dead in the water when it comes to freight. You don't want to go down to Florida for no reason, because there ain't no good freight coming out of Florida. But those are things you're going to learn over the years that you drive. You'll get more, but don't expect it to turn overnight. That's the hardest thing. Trucking industry has such a high turnover rate. Drivers flip so quick because of the lengthy learning curve there is to this industry. It's not something you're going to learn just next week. I can't train you how to drive this truck and expect you to know how to do it next week. So with that being said, take your time if you decide. Make sure it's right. Make sure your family you got a strong family structure. Let's just say that. Make sure you have a good family structure set in place for when you're out on the road. If you have family. If you're single, it's fantastic. You can make money, save all your paychecks. You're living in your truck anyways. Save all of them. And then boom, all of a sudden find that nice local gig. And then you can buy your house for cash. You don't have to go and finance. Just budget, save. There's a lot of great things in the trucking industry. You just got to find them and know how to get to them. And that's the key to this. You got to know how to get to them. Because it's not going to be given to you. That's for sure. You got to earn everything you're going to go for. Every mile you put on the road, you're sacrificing time that you could be spending doing something else. So, if you're new and you want to come to the industry, accept the challenge, because it is challenging. Not everything's going to be nice and peaches and cream. Not everything's going to go your way. You're going to have your bad days. You're going to blow turbo. You're going to rip your transmission out if you do something stupid. Hell, your battery's going to go down because you're not checking them on a regular basis. See if there's swelling or something. There's so much stuff. And hopefully I can share some of that with you and you'll better know what's coming into it. But for now, that's just a quick tidbit. Yeah, I'm on an 800-mile run coming out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Headed down to Muncie, Georgia. Taking some plastic down there. It's a nice light load. Can cruise through these little mountains. But you guys take care and be safe out there. Talk to you later. Make sure to subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments below.